I've been slacking off lately on my skincare. This is currently 1 o'clock, about 12:59. I decided to get up and do my skincare. Why not also tell you guys these scientific facts that has been on my mind for days? I remember growing up, I lived with a lot of women. When these women get infection, typically the infection that catches wave is the BV, bacterial vaginosis, the one that causes fishy, smelly vagina. They always blame one thing, and that was the toilet. BV was always known as toilet infection. So there was this woman that lived in a shared compound, a compound where they share convenience. She had so much reoccurrence of BV that she had to move. So she moved and she was still experiencing BV that she moved. Now I came across an article recently. There was a 2025 study that said that BV is an STI, that BV can be transmitted from your partner, a man to a woman, that men can be carriers of bacterial vaginosis. In fact, some researchers said it's an STI, which changed the whole game. If she was having recurrent BV, it meant that her husband was reinfecting her. So it's wise, if you have BV once, it's wise to, as you're treating yourself, you're also treating your man. Come to think of it, people that invented the condom, I think those people are geniuses. The barrier method, those people are really geniuses. Because what do you mean by people can be compatible? They can be compatible sexually, emotionally, all round compatible, but their bacterial makeup can reject them. Now, there's something they call microbiome. It's the microbial composition of you or of a person. Now, this can vary from person to person. This can vary from person to person. Your normal flora, your normal microbiome or microbial composition is determined by your age, your environment, genetics, a lot of hormones, medication, a lot of factors. And for every person, it's unique. The microbiome is unique for every person. When I was working in the hospital, that was years ago. My God, I can't believe I used to work in the hospital. That was one of the most toxic places I ever worked. The hospital was not good for my mental health, I tell you. There was this case of a woman who was having recurrent yeast infection, fungal regrowth. So they did the normal STI panel because sometimes when you have an STI, like let's say chlamydia, it can change your normal flora in your vagina, which can lead to the proliferation of other microbes. And we know that fungus is very opportunistic. So she was having this recurrence of yeast infection. Now we've ruled aside moisture, we've ruled aside lifestyle, diet, things that we know that can cause yeast infection, like recurrent yeast infection. And we were baffled, like the doctors were baffled. How come she was presenting symptoms that suggested like there's an STI, but she doesn't have one? So I ran across one of the doctors recently. We got to discussing, and I asked him how he resolved the case years ago. It made me understand microbiome, and since then I've been thinking about microbiome. Now I know what microbiome is because I'm a trained microbiologist. But he told me that if your microbiome is not compatible with that of your partner, it could lead to, let's say, low grade infection, like just a minor irritation or something minor that doesn't even, that just a disturbance kind of. But if it occurs like over time, it could lead to something like PID or even autoimmune disease. And I've been trying to see if there is a research or there is Because we, like in science, besides causalities, we also have to deeply look at research before we make a solidified theory, you know. So I'm wondering if it's possible to profile every human being. I don't think, and even if it's possible, it's going to be very tedious work because it's going to be difficult profiling the microbiome of every person, pinpointing where the incompatibility lies. It's going to be so difficult to do. I don't think science have done that. I don't know if they've done. I don't think science have done anything regarding that. But it's a very interesting take that we might be compatible everywhere, but our body composition we might be compatible everywhere, but our body composition might be causing havoc. Very interesting fact, don't you think? I think I'm almost done with my skincare for the night. Just something simple. These days is so difficult for me to. I used to be very diligent in taking care of my skin. My skin used to be like my pride and joy. Now life has happened that I need to consciously find time to do my skincare routine. All right, let me go to bed. Tell me some interesting facts in the comment section.